You're once more welcome to our tutorial for today. Having viewed the module 1, we're going to start with module 2 today. But how did we get to this workspace here? First and foremost, we click on new button. On clicking new, then you will see option that will now come to you. The option will be Acadiso or Autocad. Remember, Autocad has to do with imperial form of measurement or English, which has to do with inches, yard, feet, and all the rest. But the Acadiso has to do with the metric form of measurement. So you now click open. That is how you come to get this workspace here. Okay, so we are going to have just an overview of some of the tools that we have on each of these ribbons here. We're not going to take much of them. We're going to highlight the basic ones that you're going to be using frequently. So we have our modeling, mesh, solid editing, draw, modify, section, coordinate. As you click on each of these menu bar, you will see that a whole lot of toolbar will appear. Sometimes they do appear frequently. Visualization, parameter, insert, annotation, view, manage, outputs, add-on, so on and so forth. But let's go in straight to the business for today. We're going to make use of these few tools. I'm going to just give you some few examples of it. We're not actually carrying out the drawings. When it's time, we'll do the drawings. So we make use of our polygon, rectangle, the ellipse, the circle, the polylines, spline, arc, so on and so forth. And this has to do with the draw tools here. In it, we also have helix for drawing springs. Okay. Then there's a feature in 2017 AutoCAD that can help you very well. When you click on this, as soon as you put your or bring your pointer to any of the tool, it will explain to you how you can carry it out. Okay. Okay, now so let's kick off with this. Want to draw polygon? If you click on the polygon, look at the command bar here or status. It says enter number of sides. Is it 4? If you put 3, press enter. What will it give to you? Okay, it will ask you to specify your center or edge. And you have to use the edge method because it makes it more easier. 3 is triangle. That is how they design in AutoCAD. So if I press E, which is for edge, I press enter. E, enter. So I cannot click any part of the workspace. Look at it's rotating freely. Do you know why? This is because this auto mode is not on, it's switched off. So let's switch it on. So it can now allow me to either move up or down. Okay, so with this now, you can give dimension to your drawing at the base. I want to give a dimension. Let's assume we want to use 100 as a base. Just key in 100, enter. You see, it's an equilateral triangle. This is just how to draw a simple triangle. Now let's draw a hexagon. You click on polygon. Now the number of sides now is 6. Enter. We'll click. You can either use inscribe or circumscribe. This is just an overview. You click on it and you now have your polygon 6-sided. So these are some of the things you're going to come across. If you want to get a rectangle, you click on the rectangle. As soon as you click on the rectangle, then you click on your workspace and stretch your hand. You can key in the value, the length, and the width. Sometimes look at the bar here. the command status bar is telling you about you have to use the area method, dimension method, rotational method. Which of them? So you say dimension to ask you, okay, what is the length of your triangle? You say 100, enter. To now ask you specify the width. Say that's 50, enter, and you get your triangle. So which one method you want to use? We're going to make use of circle a lot. Click on circle and you can put in a diameter, let's say 50 as a radius, and our diameter is going to be 100. Ellipse. If you click on ellipse, click at the first point, you stretch your hand, which is the larger diameter. You now curve your hand down. Let us do this and go back again. You click on this, click this way, and you can have your ellipse. It's very simple. Now we're going to make use of arc a lot. We're going to make use of arc. If you click on this 3-point arc, if you click this way, then let's off our auto mode. You click at the top, you bend your hand, you see this way, go to make an arc. Very beautiful. Alright, let's see what we can do. This is our line. Click on line, you click, move. You can rotate freely because we switched off our auto mode. Let's click on auto mode. You can only go either to the west, east, down, up. So with this you can draw with your line. Okay, press escape. Alright then, let's assume we want to cut this into two, the ellipse. What do? We click on line, you click your center, right click, say enter. See, if you divided it into two, you can now go to this button called trim. You click on trim and then press enter and you delete this off. You got it will give you back, just give you exactly the half part of the ellipse. But what if you want to bring it back again? We use a tool called mirror. You can click on the modify. This is what we call mirror. You click on this to ask to select the object. Always read this line, very important. You click on the object, press enter or your space bar to acknowledge it. Then you follow the axis. You can see the preview. Click. It will ask you, do you want to delete the source object? You know, and get it back. These are some of the tools that we are going to be making use of. They are very common tools. If you want to rotate this triangle, if you click on it, you click on rotate, go to the base or any part of it you wish to. It's not a click, you can turn it at an angle of your desire. Okay. Now, if you want to create these circles smaller than this, as many as you can, we use the offset. If you click on the offset, it will ask you to specify a distance for the object. So let's say it's 2 millimeters. Enter. You see what is happening? Is you click on the new form circle, drop it inside, keep dropping them, Okay, so this is a simple way that we can draw and get our tools to be very easy to work with. Okay, now what if you want to move this object away from here and leave the rest? Simply click on this, click on move, then at any point you can now drag it off. When you make it the short way, just highlight it, then click on the roller on your mouse and then click left click on it and just move it without going to this button, the tools button for move. Okay, these are just few of these. Now sometime when you are going to carry out extrusion, which will come across as we continue our next module. You will get to do with top, bottom, left, right, front, and back. These are some that will help you to easily rotate your object and help you to draw at the back, front, or from these 6 options given. You can easily navigate and get your drawings done and return back to the original position. One of the tools that we can really use is this wireframing, the view. We have, if you click on the drop down button here, what will come out is conceptual, hidden, realistic, shaded with wire. All of these are different backgrounds that can help you to accomplish what you want. Assuming you've done with a 3D drawing, I want to see how realistic the drawing is. You click on realistic. The background will then change because you've clicked on realistic. We are on 2D, so it is not actually going to come up. So we go back to our wireframing. Wireframing is simply helping you to see the in and out of what you are drawing. Okay, then in our future lessons, we're going to get to know more about layers. Layers has to do with when you are done with your drawing, and at this point you want to have your front view, your side view, and also to have your isometric view all on a layout sheet. The layer here can help you can create new layers. The reason being that when you create new layers and make it current, it will help you to able to arrange your drawings, and apart from that, going to have your orthographic drawings. Then it will also help you to be able to draw your first angle or third angle projections neatly on your layout sheet. We are going to come across that later on. Usually we can click on the group manager and then group 1 or 2 items or objects together. Let's move to solid. This box, cylinder, sphere are only telling you about the 3D aspect of it. If you click on it, you can be able to draw a box, a cylinder, by giving them some specified dimension. We have our polylines. The polyline simply means that if you in it we have the wedge, cone, pyramid, torus. If you want to get this in your polysolid, you simply have to go to line, then get the drawing you want, after which trace this way, excuse me. Okay, alright, so with this now you can get a poly solid from what you want by extra. We shall go to that in our future lessons. Another thing you're going to carry out most time is the sweep and the loft. If you want to draw a horn, or that is cone-like in nature, the first part of the cone will be smaller and the middle will be bigger than it, then the outer edge will be much bigger. So the loft tool will help you to accomplish it. You can see from how the pictorial view is given. At this part of it now, you can see that you have 3 objects, 1, 2, 3. If you click on loaf and click on 3 of them, it should give you the object you are seeing at the right hand side. Very simple and very beautiful. We have what we call the union, subtract, intersect. What the union simply means is that if you have 2 or 3 objects together, you want to merge them together, you can bring them. As soon as you click on union, they will become one. If you bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 together and you want to merge them, as soon as you click on union, you are going to have it as one object. Then the second part of it you are going to see the use of subtract. If you have two objects, you can click on the first, you can put them together first, click on the first, then the second one. One will be subtracted away from the first one. Then finally, you have the intersect solid. If you want to add intersect, it means that the both of them will have to give out each of the shapes to form a new one, the way you can see on the pictorial view. We are going to come to that. We have what you call slice. Sometimes when you are done with drawing, you want to cut it into two to see what it actually looks like. Then you have to make it of slice. You don't want to click on it, you can just type SLICE slice and it will help you. Thickening. If the thickness of it is very small and you want to increase the thickness, click on this to help you. You're going to make use of fillets, and apart from the fillet, we're going to make it of chamfer. We can also have our object tapered, can extrude the face or set it. All these terminologies here, we are going to come across them. What is offset, extrude? As you go out practically, it will be very easy to follow. Okay, we shall come to this later on. Let's move to surface. We have the network, the loft, the sweep, extrude. They are coming back again. Remember, we made them, we saw some of them over here, and they are also being repeated. So when we are having to do with thin sheet or solid, you will see them repeating themselves again, making it easier for you to extract and draw. When one is done with your solid, you want to carry out analysis. This will help you to analyze what you have done in a large way. These ones here are for coloring. When you are done with your coloration, it will help you to get to what you want to. For example, in 2017 Autocad, we also have some video clips. The video clips will help you to accomplish what you want without the help of one or two individuals. Okay, we have the draft, we also have the video tutorial that is loading. This is exactly what it's going to look like when you carry out or click on draft, as if it is being scanned. We are going to come across this as long as we continue in our tutorial. Okay, we are now in mesh. Okay, mesh, can see we have the mesh. After getting, if you look at the drawing below, the pop up, you will see that after drawing the first object there, you can now revolve it. It not be a solid, it will be a mesh. So that from it, if you wish to create a solid, fine. But it's not like a nation, and it's all part of what we used in our drawing. Okay, extrude face, we have seen it. This is the third time it's appearing. You can convert objects to solid, you can convert to just surface alone, and so on and so forth. Okay, visualize. The top bottom left, which we come across in the first part of it, is, but these four you are seeing below, 1 2 3 4, SW SENANW, simply means southwest, southeast, northeast, northwest. These three are straight to 3D. If you click on them, it will type straight to 3D and you start drawing 3D. Sometime after you are done with your drawings on 2D, you can click on either southwest, southeast, whichever desired position you want it. Then it will rotate and the entire workspace will change instantly to 3D. We shall come across that. The viewports, when you are done with your drawing and you want to print them out, you need to have what we call a viewport. The viewport might be single, vertical 2, 3, as 4, and at different styles, so that as you are drawing in one of the space, it will be shown in the other three within the same viewport, and it looks very nice. Okay, we can give some lights, shadows, sunlight, status to render your drawings very well. We come to the parameters. We have some of the constraints of the line. The constraint shall come to that. Sometimes we can let a particular object remain fixed. All other ones will work around it. It means that you are locking it under constraint. We come to insert. Insert, you can insert some objects, some clips, PDF, so on and so forth. You can click on your design center to be able to get more and more of the tools and link them to your workspace to enable you to carry out your work very well. So remember, you can attach from the cloud, you can create block from this, so on and so forth. Let's go to annotation. What it simply means is when you are done with your drawing and you want to add words to it, like for example, if I click on this and I want to type, assuming say design center, as long as you click on it, you can now type your design center on it and it will, okay, see that? Oh, it's very small here, so but you can increase it, double click on it. As soon as you double click on it, then you can get this way. Sorry, you cannot increase it. Let's take it to 20. Enter. Okay, so to whatever size you feel you want to, it will help you. So that's annotation. Then you can dimension what you have done. Click on dimension, you pick up an edge to the next edge, you carry it out. Then it will be able to give you the dimension you want. Remember to in the dimension here, the drop down button, have the align. We have angular. Align is for angles that are not straight, they are inclined. Angular, if you want to dimension angles, this is arc length. If you want to dimension arc length, radius, diameter, job, so on and so forth. Okay, you can, when you are done, have your center line, the multiple leader line. Okay, view, you can set your sheets very well with the manager here. When you click on it, which you are going to do, you're going to click on it, then it will bring up a dialog box that will help you to be able to arrange your sheets very well, so that at any point in time you want to print out, it will look very nice. You have the material browsers. When you click on it, after you're drawing, as soon as you finish drawing a cup, you can click on the material browser and it will be able to pop out different materials, this glass, wood. So we assign each of this material to the object that you are done with. You're going to come across that in the near future as we continue. So import, export is there. You can record, you can run your scripts. Then when you come to the output part of it, you can see plot. Plot simply means to print. You can do it by batch, you can preview, you can set your page manager the same way you did in your Microsoft Word. On clicking on it, you can see either modify or you can say new. But let's say modify and see what is going to give to us. Okay, it's now giving us this page setup model. You can decide to now choose whatever printer. I choose PDF for PDF because for now my laptop is not connected to any printer. I choose A4, then I will choose extent. I'll now look and say let it be central, fit to paper, and landscape. I'll say okay. So whichever you want to do will help you, so that as soon as you are done, it will help you to print out your object without much difficulty. Express tools. If you want to draw, write some words that are aligned to an arc, this is where you click. If you want to align to this arc here, this is where I'll click and it will help me to, and the words will follow the same pattern to which it has been assigned. Okay, SPDC, SPDS, sorry. We have different welding symbols that we can use. As time goes on, we're using taking each of them. Don't forget the hash boundary. If you want to differentiate this hash or you want to make it look nice, assuming you are done with drawing a fence and you want it to look to have the appearance of a brick, okay, with the bricks pattern or the hash, we click on it and it looks very nice on it. So we have different types of, both for the ground, thermal isolate, hash strip. We are going to come across that in the course of our drawings. Look at all of the tools we made in the earlier part of it. They are all here, back in the Express tool. So the more the SPDS, sorry, so that the more you continue to get acquainted with it, the easier you can manipulate them and the more. And finally, on the Feature tab, you can now connect to the exchange. And when you do that, you're going to get more of your features. So this is just a few or just an overview of what you're going to come across. Remember, for you to start, don't forget when you click on your new sheet, a dialog box appears which is to select your template. Arcad means the imperial form of measurement, while Acadiso has to do with the metric form. It is then you can continue your drawing. We do well to appreciate your time for listening to the simplified overview of what we are going to come across along the line. Thank you so much for viewing and hope that you're going to watch the lesson 1 of module 3 when we are going to start using each of these tools, as many as possible. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to subscribe to Samsino Design Center. Thank you very much.